The bikes forming on the grid for the 600 race. Michael Sweeney on bike 65 on row 2. All on his own on row 1, Daryl Tweed, fresh from winning the lightweight Supersport race. No Michael Dunlop or Dermot Cleary alongside him on the front row. They are both non-starters. This is how they form up. So it's Daryl Tweed on the M&D Racing Honda. Row 2 though is full. Michael Sweeney, Dominic Herbertson and Dean Lacey. Sam Johnson and Michael Gahan on the third row. Then onto the second wave, Gareth Arnold, Jack Foley, Richard Charlton, Liam Chalk, Martin Morris, Paul Cranston, the evergreen Paul Cranston, with Ryan Whitehall and Neil Kernahan bringing up the rear. But can Daryl Tweed make the most as the signal is given to go? Can he make the most of being out on his own? He should get the whole shot. They go down to Gorton for the very first time. They're 3 abreast behind, Sweeney trying to get up the inside. Herbertson is going to be second, I think, though, as they took into Gorton for the very first time. Good start by Johnson on bike 54. But it's the whole shot for Daryl Tweed on the M&D Honda as the second wave gets away. So into McAdoo. It's Tweed from Herbertson, from Sweeney. Johnson on the Suzuki, bike 54. Third row start for him. Watching those front wheels move about. There's a little bit of air for Dominic Herbertson as they come down into Mackney for the very first time. This tricky little slight left into the right turn. Then back on the power. We're riding with Dom Herbertson in second place. Oh, a little moment for him there, just sat up. Didn't quite get the corner perfectly. Black jump. And into Craig Mount. It's still Tweed from Herbertson. Herbertson again on the Burrows engineering machine. Little wiggles at the front, but back on the power. Good exit speed down into the Orator Crossroads. These 3 already breaking away from the rest of the pack. And we're approaching the fastest part of the course. But across the line they go. Oh, it's Herbertson who takes the lead right at the end of lap 1. Herbertson from Daryl Tweed. Oh, and Sweeney as well. Oh, is Tweed going to go from first to third? He is, so Daryl Tweed, front row start for him. He's now back in third place. Sweeney doesn't want to let Herbertson go. And just the power of the Burrows Engineering Yamaha powering past the M&D Racing Honda of Daryl Tweed. Daryl Tweed now just losing a little bit of ground to the front 2. Sweeney taking the fight to Herbertson. Herbertson already with a win under his belt so far today, looking to make it 2 wins out of 2. He took the Moto3 honours. It's a lively racetrack as these bikes go very, very light over the jumps and then back down as gravity takes a hold. Everywhere Dominic Herbertson goes, Michael Sweeney is sure to follow. Both these riders have had their injury troubles in the last couple of years. No more so than Sweeney as he gets on the power, looking to slipstream his way past Herbertson. Here he goes, drawing up alongside. It's Yamaha versus Yamaha, but it's Herbertson on the brakes who just holds it a little bit longer. Sweeps across the nose of Michael Sweeney. Meanwhile, Jack Foley on bike 76. This is Neil Kernahan we're looking at on bike 109, but Jack Foley is up into 4th place. He's just ahead of Sam Johnson on corrected time. Just saw Richard Charlton there. There is Kernahan making his way up. Kernahan just inside the top 10 on the overall leaderboard. It's still Herbertson from Sweeney, who just slides that back wheel slightly into Mackney. They go on the power again. And a tear off for Herbertson, the race leader. Michael Sweeney still holding second place. Daryl Tweedy dropping further back in third. But these 2 are going at a cracking pace out in front. A little bit of movement again from Herbertson. They're going across the line. Is Sweeney going to line him up again? Not as close this time, but sometimes that can work. That air hole that is being created by Herbertson, but no, Sweeney just tucks back in behind. nothing between them, a tenth of a second the difference at the end of that lap. Looking back from Gareth Arnold, who is down in 10th place, I think, at the moment. Martin Morris on bike 32 going past. Into McAdoo. Oh, a mistake by Herbertson, and that lets Sweeney go through. I think maybe the wrong gear selection from Herbertson. He just saw him moving his left foot there, perhaps in the wrong gear. And Sweeney goes through to take the lead. Well, it's been a waiting game for Michael Sweeney, and his perseverance has paid off. Plenty of action going on elsewhere. Michael Garn and number 54, Sam Johnson. The Garn now going ahead of Johnson. They're both in the same wave. Meanwhile, here goes Herbertson. Can he use his braking technique to retake the lead on Sweeney? Here he goes up the inside. It's going to be Herbertson, but can he turn it in time? He can. So Herbertson gets it this time. Sweeney just doesn't seem to have the braking that Herbertson has. Now here is Dean Lacey. He's got Jacques Foley for company. Now then, has Dominic Herbertson broke up the challenge of Michael Sweeney? That gap is bigger now than it has been all the way through the race. And in the 126s, 27s now, having hit 125 a couple of laps ago. There's just one more lap to go after this one. And you have to say it is in Dominic Herbertson's hands. Sweeney just now can't get close enough. But as we've seen, Dominic Herbertson has it completely sorted when it comes to braking going into Gorton. Now here is Dean Lacey. He's got Jacques Foley for company. And a great ride from Jacques Foley. Second wave start from him, and he's in amongst the first wave riders. So for one final time around Mackney, you can't see Dominic Herbertson losing this from here now. He looks as if he will make it 2 wins out of 2 on the day. Michael Sweeney will have to settle for second place. It's been a great battle. A little wiggle over Black's jump from Michael Sweeney. So they go into Craig Mount. Into the KingOTRoads. And the checkered flag is waiting to greet Dominic Herbertson on the Burrows Engineering Richard Kelly Yamaha as they go across the line now. There's the checkered flag. Dominic Herbertson takes the win. Michael Sweeney is in second place. A cracking 600cc race. It should be Daryl Tweed in third. We'll get confirmation of that now as he crosses the line. The Tweed from the front row will go onto the podium in third place. Delight for Dom. Confirmation of the results, and what about that for Jacques Foley? Second wave, and he ends up fourth overall, just ahead of Michael Garn. Daryl Tweed third, Michael Sweeney second, Dom Herbertson the winner.